Hello, and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I am Dan, the teacher.
I'm Morg, one of the students.
And I am Devin, the other student.
This week, we are talking about more of Sonic X, episodes 7 and 8. I'm just real quick gonna check my one not official news source. Okay, yeah. There doesn't seem to be anything about it, so no news this week. I could always check another time. But for now, let's just get right into it. Any immediate thoughts on these episodes?
A first episode seems like a lot should have been happening, yet absolutely nothing happened at all.
Yeah, that seems about right. Like, there were some, interesting bits of writing, but also I feel like they tried to milk it a little too hard. And also it is just kind of a bunch of things happen. You get a premise and the premise doesn't actually happen.
I also...
Right, yeah. It doesn't even happen. There's no party.
Oh, did I just get kicked
Everyone
out? What the heck just happened?
leaves.
What were you going to say, Devin?
What?
Devin?
Okay. Me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Well, Craig should be fine.
Hello?
Devin?
Okay, that was
okay,
weird.
Yeah, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say, I was able to watch the dub and the sub for these episodes this time. And I watched the dub first, and there were just some, gags that I was like, okay, this obviously is, they're filling for time or they're editing a scene in the sub. But no, it was pretty faithful to the sub, which was even stranger.
Yeah. That is pretty weird for a 4Kids joint.
I'm actually, interested in the differences. I don't really know, because, yeah, there was, a lot of weird empty space, kind of.
Some scenes were, just taken out, and then the dub just kind of extended some scenes slightly. But, when it came to gags and, word jokes, a lot of them were just the same, which was strange.
That's weird.
Wow. Alright. So, episode 7, what's the Japanese title?
Oops, I just clicked away. It's called Giant Free-for-All, Chris's House Party.
We got episode 7, Party Hardly. I gotta say, I think Party Hardly is more accurate.
Yeah. I'm just what party? I see nothing.
This is skipping ahead, but when the mom was just like, oh yeah, let's plan a huge party. We can invite your uncle. I was like, okay. And there'll be more people. And I was like, no, just the uncle. And now the teacher.
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, well, I'll get into it when we get into it, but I am now thinking of a very different version of this episode. Well, we open with, Cream. She's got a bit of cabin fever from, quarantine.
Boo.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, she can't even really go outside. I mean, she does go outside, but, she's I was frustrated with her this episode, even though I was like, oh, she's 8 or whatever, but I was like, come on, man. Have a little bit more, common sense.
Yeah.
The level of, child naivete and, inability to follow instructions really felt like I was like, oh, is she supposed to be, 3.
I think
Because Chris would be like, yeah, stay inside. And she'd be like, okay. And then immediately just like wander away from the situation.
Cream is like 6 years old.
Okay.
She feels like she's 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can see some 6-year-olds doing that kind of stuff. I don't know. I was like, I think it was just like her on top of like everyone else's reaction to her that I was like, come on now. But anyway, yeah, so she like goes outside, picks some flowers. The flowers keep coming back. That's why I even mention it.
Right. Yeah,
And,
they seem to come up a bunch in this.
Chris's mom is still home and she tries to cook and everything's burnt because she's funny,
Yeah.
bad at cooking.
Before this, we do get the setup for why Cream is like outside picking flowers, and it's Tails and Amy like notice, and Amy's like, "Oh, why is Cream picking flowers?" And Tails like has a flashback of her like picking flowers in a giant meadow and being like, "I can't wait to give these to my mom." And Tails is like, "Oh, Cream misses her mom." And then Sonic just like looks at a poster of a park and sprints out of the room.
We never see her mom in the flashback.
Nope.
Just saying.
No. I mean, we'll eventually see her. I don't know if she's in season 2 or not, but she's definitely in season 3. She's Vanilla the Rabbit, and she's the size of an average human mother.
That's frightening.
God.
I do say that, when I say that, I do mean she is surprisingly tall for a Sonic anthro. Like as the series of Sonic goes on and more anthros like Sonic introduced, there are ones that are adults and most of them aren't as tall as Vanilla.
Weird.
That just puts in my head that in this universe, Sonic and Tails and everyone are really actually child size, meaning Sonic is just going to be like as tall as a human person soon. And I don't think I'm ready to grapple with that.
Oh my god, I just imagined, you know, the Pikachu like edit in like I think like an old like some mod of Melee or something.
Yeah, it's just his
legs.
legs.
Yeah.
He's got legs and he's like Captain Falcon moveset or something.
Yeah, that's what Sonic is gonna be.
That's Sonic.
He's gonna get them gams.
Ella like shows up. I think she sees what they made and is like, oh, I should make Chris actual edible food. It was at this point that I realized that the Sonic X dub loves to use leitmotif. And when I say leitmotif, I mean like a 2-second clip of Ella walking around and like Latin beats play.
No.
Or like whenever Mr. Tanaka appears on screen, you can hear like a gong in the background.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh.
They don't do that. I mean, they do make some jokes about like him liking samurai movies in the second one.
Yeah.
But they don't do gong sounds in the sub.
Mm-hmm. Like, thinking about it, like, I would say, on a scale of 4Kids racism, I would say Mr. Tanaka is probably... Okay, so let me think. I had this bit planned, so let me rephrase that. So, on a scale of 4Kids racism of Dr. Banner to, fuck, I forgot their names. To, the Paradox Brothers.
Oh, God.
I would say Mr. Tanaka is somewhere between that. He might be closer to Banner because, like...
He has the
I'm not
Banner
sure, 'cause,
voice, But
Mr.
what sus
Tanaka.
is the fact that they do like the music change every time he appears on screen.
Yeah, they do the music stuff. Like I assume like him being like into like samurai stuff is just like a weird fun quirk he has in the sub, and because like I swear like there is like some bit in some episode where he does like try to protect a character by doing martial arts. Uh, so like that's a sub original. Uh, in Ella is worse. Well, she is slightly, very slightly below Paradox Brothers just because. No, wait, just because her fun racist beats are only 2 seconds long, whereas the Paradox Brothers racist beats just are a constant theme.
Bye,
Oh,
Craig.
Craig's been
Is
disconnected.
Craig
Ow, fuck.
Oh.
Ow. I got some. Okay, there we go.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So, let me get Craig back in here.
You need to talk you need to talk shit about Craig. He isn't doing his
Yeah.
job. Hi, Craig. We weren't talking shit about you.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Craig. Yeah. So, just to reiterate, on the scale of 4Kids racism, Mr. Tanaka is on the Dr. Banner level, and Ella is roughly equivalent to the Paradox Brothers. I think Ella might be worse because she's a maid.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
selling the fact that, like, already in the sub, having the one, like, clearly, I don't want to say colored because Mr. Tanaka is technically, like, a person of color, but, like, the one clearly, like, colored character be the maid.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the Japanese voice actress is trying to do a voice, but I don't know accents well enough in Japanese to guess.
Right.
But also, when
Yeah,
it gets
I
to
wouldn't
4Kids, they really just roll with it.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike Pollock, for your debut role of Eggman, and also Ella the Racist Maid.
Thank you, Mike Pollock, for really giving us your all.
Mm-hmm.
It's also just kind of sus that she's played by.
Oh yeah, she's played by a white guy.
Which I remember you talking about that last time, but I was still just like, oh yeah, that's kind of sus.
Yeah. So let's see. What happened? Oh yeah. So where? Fuck. Okay, I found my notes. Chris's mom decides they're gonna have a party. And they're going to invite Chris's favorite uncle, Sam.
I didn't even realize his name was Sam.
It's just Sam.
Uncle Sam? Come on.
I will note, I think most of the names are the same in both versions.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just didn't even recognize. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He's an all-American boy.
He has a need for speed.
Yeah, he's an American boy. He can take you to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake.
What representation of America as a physical person would you rather hang out with? Uncle Sam, or is his name just America in Hitalia? Is that just his name?
I know his name. It's Alfred.
Alfred.
Ew.
Okay.
Ew. Would you rather hang out with Uncle Sam or Alfred?
Oh, this is good.
Do you mean Uncle Sam in Sonic, or do you mean Uncle Sam like
Uncle Sam in Sonic?
Yeah, I guess I would rather hang out with this Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I would hang out with this Uncle Sam. I wasn't sure if you meant, like, one of the classic American mascots.
No, I would never hang out with
Right.
the classic American mascot.
Hmm. Uh, so, uh, they're gonna have this party. Ella gets excited about cleaning, which,
I mean, I'm glad you
that's a
like your
quirk.
job.
It's a quirk. I'll live with it. Chris tells his friends about it, doesn't invite them, but
I thought he would invite them.
yeah,
It's just 2 people showing up to the party.
yeah. And one of
One of
those
the people he didn't invite.
yeah. Uh that one person is Mr. Stewart, who as we might remember is a government spy trying to find out more about Sonic. Uh so uh I think we eventually cut to Cream. Uh she's like picking flowers and she notices like party stuff and she's like, "Oh, maybe I can decorate for the party." And I guess I guess wait, did they tell Cream she can't interact with the other people in the mansion?
Yeah, at the start.
Yeah.
I think it was taken
At
out
the
of
start?
the dub, but at the start, Chris is very much like, "Hey, please stay in my room and don't talk to anybody."
Hmm.
And she goes, "Okay."
Hmm. Huh. Huh. I wonder if they took that out just to like make it feel more believable, like she just wasn't informed. I don't know. Uh but anyways, Mr. Stewart's here. He's buttering up Chris. He's going to visit him and his mom. Uh uh he just sort of invites himself. Uh we
So
get more yeah?
I remember the last time we watched this, Chris's dad was also home. Like, it was a big thing that
Yeah.
they were both home. Where did
Yeah.
Chris's dad go?
They mentioned
Yeah,
he
that's
left.
weird. Like
They mentioned he left in the sub because they were talking about
Oh,
how, Cream. I mean, briefly, like they didn't say like why, but like they did say he left, and because Ella's like, "Oh, you got that doll?" Because Cream pretended to be a doll briefly. You got
mhm.
that doll from your dad because he had to leave so fast, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
okay. I
Okay.
completely missed
Yeah.
that. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
we're just gonna ignore he exists.
Right. I think like Cream and Cheese are like trying to set up they're like making little construction paper rings. Uh Chris tries to stop them before Ella spots them. And like Ella doesn't see them, but she does see the rings and she's like, "Oh, Mrs. Sorndike must be trying to decorate." She decorates like a kid. That's cute. Um uh
I will say, interspersed with these, we do get shots of Sonic searching for the random park he saw on a poster in a mountain region.
yeah.
Can we talk about
Yeah.
how Sonic says almost exclusively English lines in the sub?
Oh, fuck yes. Yeah. I love Sonic's cool English dialogue.
I was having whiplash because I watched the dub first and then I watched the sub, and I hear at the start like he looks at it. Oh, bye, Craig.
Craig, what the fuck?
Um, I just hear him go like he sees the poster and he's like, "I'm gonna get it," and he just says it really fast and dashes out. And I was like, "Oh, well, that was one English line." And then in the mountains, he was like, "Looks cool," out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh." So he's just speaking in English only in this show.
Yeah. Uh it's to show he's like cool.
English is
I
cool.
I yeah. Uh I guess it would be like the best cultural equivalent would be like someone like throwing in Spanish words to or French words or Italian words or something to just sound more fancy. Uh hmm. Craig
He's trying
isn't
to sound
joining us. Alright. I guess we're doing this one without Craig. Okay.
Craig decided to quit the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Ella's set up this like magnificent dinner spread, and cream and cheese accidentally ruin it by turning on the blender without it being covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Also,
the mixer, and it was just like sprayed everywhere, and I'm like, come on.
yeah. Yeah, and like I think this sort of establishes like the subplot of this episode, which is that uh Chris, his grandpa, and Mr. Tanaka's solution is to just gaslight Ella.
Yeah.
This episode also establishes that, I don't know if I missed an episode or something, Mr. Tanaka just kind of knows about Sonic and the others. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
like he sees Cream putting up the decorations when Chris tries to stop her, and he's just like, "Oh, hey, cool friend you got there." And Chris is like, "Oh, you know about them all?" And he's just like, "Yes." He's like, "Can you not tell anybody?" And Mr. Tanaka's like, "Yes." Like, I feel like it should be more major that he just kind of knew the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. That's fun, I guess.
They just don't make a big deal out of it. It's just like, yeah.
He's just chilling. He knows how to keep his mouth shut.
So, what else? Okay, so Chris's mom is like getting ready for this party, and she gets a call from her agent for a new job opportunity that she needs to be at tomorrow morning. So she's got to leave. She's distraught about this because she finally gets to spend some time with her son, who she never sees. And she decides she's gonna leave to do that. Cream witnesses all this. There's a little prompt that says Cream will remember this. Sonic finds the lake, and there's flowers. Ella and Mr. Tanaka see off Chris's mom. Tails, Amy, Grandpa Chuck are like, where is Cream? We're gonna go find her. And then Mr. Stewart, we see him on his way. He brought a bouquet of roses and a transmitter.
Is Mr. Stewart gonna fuck Chris's mom?
I think yes. I think that's his plan.
I was like, what is this dude planning?
Mr. Stewart, are you gonna fuck my mom?
Mr. Stewart.
Yeah.
My mom's taken.
Yeah.
My mom's a married woman.
Mr. Stewart is going to cuck Elon Musk.
No!
This is a wonderful time of talking about Elon Musk getting cucked, about that time that he did invite Azalea Banks over to his McMansion and then chased her around for 3 days while high.
God.
Oh my god.
That did happen, huh?
Sometimes I remember that and I lose my mind a little bit more.
Okay, Mr. Stewart gets to the mansion. He gives the roses to Ella since Chris's mom isn't here. And he like plants the transmitter, I think, in a painting?
He was going to.
Yeah. I think he just holds it.
He ends up holding it.
He just holds it.
Yeah. He just holds it and spends the entire party staring at a painting saying, wow, this painting is so good.
And sweat dropping and pretending to keep looking at the painting.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly.
This is the part where I said, like, I thought the dub must have had the lines, like, different. Like, there must have been a joke in the sub that I wasn't hearing.
Nope.
Nope. The sub is the exact same. The joke is that he just refuses to turn around.
He does. He's like very like purposely like, yep, I don't hear anything. La la la. Nothing's happening behind me. I'm sure
Everything's normal.
everything's fine.
Yeah, Cream is hiding behind a curtain for reasons unknown, and she comes out and I think it's at this point that Chris and Mr. Tanaka team up for a cover story where they say this is a toy that Chris has. It's normal.
It's normal,
And
actually.
This happens because Sonic like appears out the window and shows her that he has flowers for her. And
oh,
instead of like going outside to get them,
that's
she
right.
just fully turns around and just loudly yells, "Sonic brought me flowers! I'm so happy! Everyone, did you know Sonic brought me flowers?"
Wow, Sonic brought
Just
me
thanks.
flowers.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chris straight up whispers to Cream, "Pretend you're a doll."
Great cover story,
Uh,
Chris.
Uh, mhm. And before this ruse can fall apart, Sam Speed shows up. And he's wearing the greatest sweatshirt I've ever seen.
It just says speed on it.
Yes. I need to describe this. It's got a black torso. It's got purple arms. It's got like cuffs. The cuffs are either only go to or pulled up to the elbow. And emblazoned on it is the word, in all caps, English, speed, with a little symbol that's like a red jagged line to indicate speed.
It
So
rules.
good.
I love it. He just comes in and starts bragging about how fast he is. He talks. I feel like whoever was in charge of writing the localization script went to the then very active ChuckNorrisJokes.com for ideas. And he's saying things like, "I beat the doctor to the delivery room," and I was the he's just talking about how fast he is.
He's like, "I can't take my dogs for a walk because that's too slow. I always run."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, bro, people take their dogs for runs too.
Yeah.
He do be saying this.
He do be saying.
And then he like starts going about, "No one's faster than me except for that one guy," and I'm gonna like beat him someday. He's a blue hedgehog, and Ella starts hearing about this and like, "Oh, you also know about talking cartoon animals." He also like, it's also at this point that Sonic is like sees him through a window and like taunts him, runs off. Sam and Ella start talking about seeing cartoon animals. We also get quick lore drop that Sam Speed is his uncle on his mom's side, red hair and all that. And then like they start going on. I don't remember exactly how, but the conversation turns into talking about Chris's absent mom and how Chris never gets to see his mom, and like it implies that his mom doesn't actually care about him, and that causes
Yeah.
yeah. it causes Cream to break character because she's upset because she knows that Chris's mom cares about him, and she also goes on to say that that at least Chris can like talk to his mom on the phone. Cream's mom is in another dimension and cannot be contacted in any way. And then she runs off crying. It I will admit it worked a little bit, but then I think they start to like milk it after this.
Yeah.
Mr. Stewart says, "Well, I'm done being at this party. I need to go grade papers. Goodbye." I think
He's like, nothing really happened here, I promise. I didn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
He also didn't end up putting the receiver thing on the painting.
Oh, right.
He didn't do that. He just kind of left. I don't think he even turned it on.
Right.
Which I don't know why he wouldn't even like just turn it on to record what's going on right now.
I assumed he did, but I honestly have no idea.
I have no clue. He just kept saying, "I like this painting."
Mm-hmm.
He just really likes the painting, you know?
Yeah.
He loves modern art.
This art speaks to him. I think, does Sam leave? I don't know. He might just leave too. The party never actually happened. There were two people, they invited two guests, and they stayed for like 5 minutes.
Chris did not invite his friends that he cares so much about.
Yeah. You know, a thing about like Chris as a character is it tries to establish that Chris is like very lonely, but like he has people to talk. He's very lonely and he has no one to talk or relate to other than Sonic, except
But he has
doesn't.
friends.
He has friends. He has people to talk to.
Has a staff who obviously cares about him.
And like, I don't know how busy his uncle is, but like, clearly he can take more time out of his schedule than either of his parents can. So, anyways, Chris and the rest realize that it's bad to gaslight people.
They finally realize.
And
that really is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Not spending time with your family, not like the love of a mother or anything.
Yeah.
It's please don't gaslight your help.
I will say that is better than basically any other Western cartoon airing at this time.
Right?
I swear, like, there were a lot of cartoons in the 2000s where the premise was there's something weird going on and they have to gaslight, and the child protagonist has to gaslight the people around them to keep the magical thing from going away.
You're so right. That was such a common trope.
Cream, like, Chris goes to apologize to Cream, and Cream forgives him. She gives him a flower crown. Sonic tells Chris that Cream only gives out her flower crowns to the loved ones, or to people she really cares about. And she also gives one to Ella. And that's the end of the episode.
And Sonic asks, "Did you get one?" He's like, "Of course."
Episode.
He does say, of course, in English.
Oh,
I'm gonna point that out.
That is good to know.
He do be speaking English.
He do be saying the coolest lines in English.
Yeah. Episode 8, Satellite Swindle. Now we get more of a Monster of the Week style episode. Eggman gets his Monster of the Week, which is a big flying robot that he can, like, remote control pilot. It's called E90 Super Sweeper. Uh, we get the OP. We see, like, was it Area 66 or 99? I'm not sure which one it was.
I'm
It's
not
that
sure
secret.
either.
Yeah, it was the secret base from the second episode. Uh, like some like mission control sees that Eggman is like sent out a robot, and they're gonna do something about it, but not really. Uh, the
Yeah, not really.
yeah, Super Sweeper goes into space. Uh, and its whole thing is that it's going to suck up all the satellites floating throughout Earth's orbit and eventually convert the parts into robots. So we cut to Thorndike Manor, and Chris, Tails, Cream, and Cheese are watching this kid show with like this big purple Yeti mascot guy who
I love him.
I
He
love
looks like
him.
a Grimace on something.
Yeah, he's got I don't know why, but I'm just thinking like Grimace by way of Yo Gabba Gabba. That's just what's coming to my mind.
Kinda.
And he's like talking about how good it is to dance, and he's dancing, and Cream and Cheese are doing the moves along with him. And
She open palm slammed it into the VC.
yes, she open palm slammed a VHS into the slot. It's the dancing Yeti guy. She's doing the moves right along with him, making whooshing sounds when she pulls off sweet moves.
Maybe Cream is good at this. Never mind.
Yeah. This is like the best moment Cream has had so far in these episodes.
True.
Yeah. Ella and Amy show up with pies, apple pies. Ella's teaching Amy to cook. And Tails tries to like eat one of the pies, but Amy says she can't. She's saving the one she made for Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different. It's more like, oh, I'm going to take this to Sonic. And then she's like, no, I'll take it to Sonic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just sort of realizes, oh, I could give this to Sonic, and completely changes her mind about things. Then, like, while Tails is, like, reaching, he accidentally, like, hits the TV, like, slams into it, and it starts displaying static. The TV's broken. They talk about, like, what things they like to watch on TV. Like, Amy wants to watch cooking shows. Ella wants to watch movies starring her employer.
Yes.
And Mr. Tanaka wants to watch martial arts. Then Bo-kun shows up.
He's here.
Love this guy.
I didn't realize he was a robot for some reason.
He's just a funny little
dude.
dude.
He doesn't... Yeah. He is a robot, but, like, his design isn't, like, as obviously cartoon robot as, say, Bo-kun and Daikun, or whatever their names are.
Yeah, his other little minion guys.
Yeah. Let's see. Bo-kun pulls out a little TV, and Eggman has a message to Sonic, which is he tells him his exact plan, which is to suck up satellites and interfere with things.
I was like, why did he tell him everything?
I assume he also says, now don't go interfering with my plans, so I assume he just did this to get an opportunity to fight Sonic.
I guess.
I assume, yeah, he's just like, I can use the super sucker, whatever, sweeper to kill Sonic somehow.
Right.
It do be a super soaker.
It do be, in a way.
Yeah. Grandpa Chuck bursts into the room to explain what the stratosphere is. And he like sees Bokun, and Bokun's like getting like whiny and annoyed, and so he just like takes Bokun out of the room, and Bokun like I guess causes an
Bokun
explosion
shits
off
his pants
screen.
and nearly kills the old man.
Yeah. Yeah. So uh Sonic and Tails, they're gonna fly away on the tornado to fight E90. And basically they just like fly around it. They spin circles around it to disorient Dr. Eggman. I think like it's around this point we sort of established that Super Sweeper can like an actual spaceship, like drop off parts of it as it ascends into space.
Yeah, he like drops like the chest part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. That's fair.
He drops its middle half.
He drops
Yeah.
its chote.
Right. Super Sweeper drops Chote, and it fires missiles at Sonic, and Sonic kicks one into E90. Then I believe Super Sweeper sucks them in? Or what happened?
Yeah.
It tries to.
Yeah. They get out, but the tornado is starting to malfunction, so they retreat before they die.
There's an incredible line in the dub where I think Tails tries to hide like in the clouds for some reason. And then obviously the giant vacuum cleaner begins sucking up the clouds, and Tails is like, "Oh, even the clouds?" And I'm just like, Tails.
I was like, yeah, dumbass, it's water.
I'm like,
what
yeah,
do you mean?
dum-dum. Tails only knows how to do one thing, and it's playing in this.
Yeah. So that night, they sort of like go over what went wrong and like what they can do to like actually succeed. And Sonic suggests they upgrade the tornado somehow. They think about like one of the Chaos Emeralds they have could probably power a plane, but because of like the sheer amount of like chaos energy Chaos Emerald has, if they did that, it could overload it and make it explode. Also, from what I can gather from the animation, like, right now the tornado is just powered by rings. I think, like, according to, like, Sonic lore, rings serve as an energy source and emeralds serve as an energy source. And while rings are really powerful, like, more efficient than conventional means, Chaos Emeralds are even more powerful beyond that. So, Tails and Grandpa Chuck have some science talk. Grandpa Chuck takes Tails to a secret lab so they can get to work on a new tornado. We get a building montage. Chris helps. And then we cut to like the next day. It's done, and Cream sees on the TV. It's Egg TV now.
It's egg time.
Yeah.
Eggman decided to strike at the heart of the world, and that is through television.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone be looking at they damn screens.
Yeah. Damn, TV really was I know this is just like a cultural thing, and it's always been this way as long as there's been any method to entertain yourself. But TV really was the predecessor to being on that phone.
Being on that damn phone.
They thought it would fail. They would like, who would have the time to simply sit down and watch something? We're a go, go, go. And everyone's like, damn, I can sit down and watch something? I can watch Train leaving the station on repeat for 24 hours? Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. uh let's see. So uh Eggman sends out Super Sweeper again, and the military has their counterattack prepped, which is to get a bunch of laser satellites to shoot at the uh, Super Sweeper in like some sort of like pincer formation. And it doesn't work at all. And we see Tails' new plane, an anime exclusive, the Tornado X.
Yeah, it just kind of looks like a core fighter from Gundam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Tails
a
should get a
very
Gundam.
anime-looking sci-fi plane.
Tails, get Gundam.
I agree.
Give Tails a Gundam.
Give Tails the robot.
Give Tails the gun tank.
Give Tails the gun tank. Truly.
They established that one of the things they also put in this cool anime mech plane is a third seat, so Chris can come with them.
I was really waiting for the debate on this because Chris like asked Sonic like, "Oh, hey, can I go too?" And Sonic's like, "Well, no, the plane's a two-seater." And I'm just like, "Ah, yeah, he's using like the excuse of like, oh, sorry, no room." And Tails is like, "No, I modified it so it has 3 seats." And I was waiting for Sonic to be like, "Well, it's going to be extremely dangerous, you know, we're going to be like shot at in space." And no, he's instead like, "Okay, as long as you don't hold us back." And I'm like, Sonic, Chris is like
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. It's cool because Tails is like 8.
I keep forgetting he's a child.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic ages are so weird.
They're just children.
Yeah. Actually,
Forbidden not show me the 5'11 nails.
that does remind me of one Sonic age fact that's weird. Like, not to get ahead of myself, but like the team of rivals in Sonic in the Sonic Riders games, the Babylon Rogues. The leader is like 16 or 15, whatever, but like both of the other two are like 19 and 20.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Huh? What the what? Okay, this goes back to when we were watching Sonic A. What was the one cartoon? The one where Sonic
Sonic?
had siblings.
Sonic
Oh,
Underground.
Sonic Underground, where his sister apparently was just married to like a full-grown dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
And the
God,
show just
yeah.
kind of skated right past it.
Yeah. God.
Sonic ages are weird.
Yeah.
Who knows how old anyone is?
These teens with
Mhm.
attitude need to stop hanging out with these full-grown adults.
Mhm. So the Tornado X takes off. And it's going way faster than the regular tornado. And they catch up to the Super Sweeper.
They look
Sonic-
like they're in space now.
Not quite. They're really high up right
Yeah,
now,
I
but they're
know.
getting
They're
into
still in
space
the
soon.
stratosphere. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. That's
you're going into orbit. You stupid mutt. Uh, uh, uh. So Sonic like climbs out and he jumps. He like jumps onto the Super Sweeper to fight it there, while the Tornado X provides backup by shooting lasers at it. Then it starts getting into space, and as it turns out, uh, Sonic can breathe in space, but he can't survive the immense cold.
he's just cold.
Tails
But,
has
like,
learned a lot about the stratosphere in the last few hours, which I am impressed with him.
Yeah, they explain that the stratosphere is negative 50 degrees, but Sonic can handle that.
They say it. They say -50 in the sub.
Yeah.
Like Fahrenheit or Celsius.
I guess
You know,
whoever.
just degrees.
Yeah.
50 degrees Kelvin. That's
That's not good.
probably
That's
impossible.
way too
I think
cold.
that's impossible. Technically.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
But-
Sonic says it's okay.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
He can survive it, and he does. He's just frozen.
He smiles serenely as he freezes solid.
Yeah. So Tails presses a button and like sends out a little ring to Chris's seat and has Chris attach the ring to like some plugs at the bottom of the seats. And it warms up the tornado. Sonic can move again. So he flies straight into the Super Sweeper and blows it up. We do get a shot of like back on Earth, everyone watching the TV and realizing, oh, that's just gone now.
It's just broken.
Also, the sound effect of the cockpit. This is super unimportant, but the sound effect of the cockpit sounded like a balloon blowing in cartoons.
You
I don't
can
know how to
never
explain it other than that.
that was just
okay.
the specter of all the episodes of Sonic inflation.
No,
You can't escape it.
Now I'm just thinking about one of my favorite posts ever related to the bad video game Overwatch, where it's this 3-panel comic of Soldier 76's ass inflating
I think I've
and
seen
with an audio file attached.
Yeah.
That's just a balloon inflating, and at the end he says, "Powered up."
Powered up.
Yeah, that's what Sonic said.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
ass inflated and they said powered up.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to think about.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they go back. Well, we cut to a little epilogue scene where Sonic is like dealing with the side effects of extreme hypothermia. He's like wrapped in a blanket, foot in the hot bath, and Amy comes by with a whole bunch of ice cream. The end.
She's like, ice cream for Sonic. He's like, absolutely.
I was tensing during this whole scene because
Yeah.
his feet were in the bath, and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna show us anime Sonic feet
Oh.
any second now." I am
Oh, I didn't even
diseased in
think
the
about
fact that I am
that.
always prepared
Oh.
for like Sonic to show feet.
Fair. We did
I'm
do multiple things
I am
where
on
Sonic
guard at
showed
all
feet,
times.
so I understand your concern. Yeah. For whatever it's worth, modern the official modern Sonic character design does not give any detail
As they
to
should
the feet.
be.
Like they're just sort of like generic foot blobs.
Streamlined for running.
Yeah, like this goes as far back as like Big the Cat. Mm-hmm. Uh,
All you need is a blob to run on.
yeah. Uh, so let us check out the asks. Let's see. If you want to send us a question, you can send it in on our Twitter at ShuffleSonic in response to an ask post. Or you can message us anytime at your leisure in our Discord's channel Ask Zone. And of course, the Discord can be accessed either through the aforementioned Twitter at ShuffleSonic or from the episode description of every episode. So, we did not get any questions on Twitter, but we did get quite a few Ask Zone asks. So, our first question comes in from friend of the show, Strangers Fiction co-host Violet, Kitty Cat Herder, who asks, which Sonic characters fit the Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, Gamer archetypes?
I don't know, Gamer.
Ooh.
Gamer's a new one.
So as we established in the episode prior,
I know who's Girl Boss.
everyone kind of fits the Gaslight section.
Yeah, but
Something they need to unlearn.
Chris, Mr. Tanaka, and Grandpa Chuck are all Gaslight.
Girl
Yes.
Boss is definitely Rouge.
Undeniably.
Yes. Undeniably Rouge. That, or I do not know about Blaze the Cat, but I feel like Blaze the Cat has Girl Boss energies.
Oh yeah, she's literally a princess.
Yep, there it is.
Who's Gatekeep? I feel like
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
I was gonna say Shadow. So
Oh yeah, Shadow too.
Shadow and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Shadow famously says, "You're not even good enough to be my fake."
And Knuckles famously laughs at you every time he shuts a door in your face and then drops you down a hole in the games.
Yeah.
True.
And in, like, the comics, like, the Echidna Society is super, like, reclusive, and, like, thinks they're better than everyone, so it definitely gatekeep there.
I think Tails might be Gamer. I hate to say it. I'm sorry, Tails.
Tails is a gamer, but he's nice about it.
Yeah.
He's a lowercase g gamer, not a capital G gamer.
Yeah. He simply plays Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley.
Let's see.
I could see him playing some, like, strategy games, too.
True.
I feel like Tails is the exact sort of person who plays Dwarf Fortress and has a separate spreadsheet document for keeping track of his gameplay in Dwarf Fortress.
I feel like Sonic's a little gatekeep.
Sonic is gatekeep because he constantly is telling people you're too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Amy, and this may be controversial, is a secret gamer. Like, she's just very good at fighting games.
Yeah, I believe that. Oh, yeah, and there was, like, Sarah in the... Oh my god, Sarah is... She's the Sarah from the OVA. President's daughter. That's Girl Boss.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Which
our friend
Sarah?
Fear baiting Sarah, and I was like, what? I mean, she does play fighting games. It's true.
Yeah. Let me think. Dr. Eggman, definitely a gamer.
Yep.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
You would
a
think he would
capital
try
G
to be in
gamer.
gatekeep, but no. He's definitely a gamer.
Yeah. There's like this... One of the latest issues of IDW Sonic has the cover, just because of like the whole like VR zone premise of it. It has like Sonic and his friends like panicking on computer screens, and Eggman is like cackling menacingly while wearing a VR headset and with like the Vive controllers.
Good for him.
So, yeah. Okay. Uh, James the Cat Girl asks, will you join Eggman's sexy satellite party?
I'd rather not get sucked off.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna risk it all. I'm gonna join Eggman's sexy satellite party.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, there's no more TV. What else is there to do?
True.
Right?
No phones either.
Yeah.
You need
this is
satellite for phone.
Yeah.
Listen, we've been in quarantine for like over a year. I'm joining that sexy satellite party.
You're so right.
The post-vaccination orgy.
At Dr. Eggman's house.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
People have been figuring out where they and the boys will be after they get vaccinated, and it's there.
Absolutely.
Drashura asks, which single exemplary trait of yours would you embroider on a casual sweater?
Oh, that's such a good question. I don't know.
I don't want to say.
I mean, the obvious answer is gay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's like the easiest answer, but I feel like it should be more than that.
yeah.
I just think it would be very funny to just have the word podcast.
But
that is my entire personality.
But it's in like the Supreme logo font.
I listen to podcasts. Oh God. Hype Beast podcaster. Now I'm thinking of Hype Beast's Uncle Sam.
He would.
And I'm like, yeah, he would. You know?
Drip Goku, but it's Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam is the Goku of this world.
I want a Bad Man shirt. Like, I know that's 2 words, but I really want a Bad Man shirt from fucking Dragon Ball.
Bad Man shirt is
man.
the best piece of clothing ever to be on a show.
Yeah.
Just a hot pink Bad Man.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The best thing about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is that is like you can basically all of the clothing items are something somebody wore at some point in Dragon Ball.
Yes.
And that includes it includes Badman, it includes Post Boy. It also includes some other like cool outfits. The only like
hear my cat's ASMR. He's eating in front of the microphone.
It's fine.
Don't worry, my kitten keeps wandering around meowing loudly. So.
So.
I guess
Sidma.
Pokemon.
Yeah?
I would have Pokemon,
Oh, Pokemon.
just on my chest.
It's not even like accented E or the logo.
Nope.
It's just Pokemon.
It's just the word, yeah.
To cause controversy.
There's no other design.
To cause controversy and let everyone know that they shouldn't interact with me, I would just have the words horse.
Horse. Oh my god.
You would have so many people avoiding you.
Right?
Valentine, you're a horse.
Like...
Friend of the show, also Strangers Fiction co-host, Sidmon asks, what magical friend do you wish you had at Cream's age?
I want cheese. I want a little Chow friend. Honestly.
It's kind of the ideal.
A little...
It's kind of the ideal. I kind of wish cheese was evil.
Ooh.
And to that I say...
Evil.
I think I like Robotnik's little minion imp friend.
Bokun.
Bokun?
Is it Bokun?
Yeah.
I kinda love Bokun. He's just a mischievous little guy.
He does look like he should be like an evil Chow or something.
He basically is. He's like a royalty-free evil Chow.
I could also... I mean, just to repeat my answer from last time, like a little Pokemon friend.
Right? Once again, if I don't get my
There's a lot.
Totodile right now, I will yell.
Maybe Gengar.
Give me Sableye.
Yeah. Ooh, Sableye.
No, please don't eat my cord.
I'm thinking like Pokemon. Yeah. So.
Alolan
Alola.
Raichu.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
can eat pancakes together.
That's what friends do.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, it's
It's gotta
it's
be.
gotta be Gengar.
That was
It's
my
just
first
gotta be a
answer,
ghost
yeah.
type.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Or a fairy type.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Mimikyu is
Or
both.
Mimikyu.
Mimikyu, yeah. There's
Once
both.
again, Mimikyu chooses to be supreme.
And you would both have friends because Mimikyu dresses up Pikachu because he wants to be as popular as Pikachu, and you're like,
Mhm.
you're my friend.
Yeah. Keith the Mouse asks, is Tornado X the worst looking plane? And if you could give the Tornado X an additional transformation, what would it be?
I mean, Gundam, obviously. I compared it to a core fighter already. That's like
Yeah.
the middle part of the Gundam is
Yeah.
like, which is why I don't hate the design because it does look somewhat core fighter-y.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand being a little like about it, especially because there is a giant like, so
Yeah.
the wings make like an X, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and like the original Tornado just has like this distinct aesthetic from it that's just completely different.
Yeah, I wish it kept the colors.
Yeah.
That would be good.
It's just like white.
They tried too hard to like make it look like a cool plane. And I'm just like, the thing about the tornado that made it cool was that it just looked fun.
Yeah. I recall that like the studio that made Sonic X, I don't recall their name, but like they did like make other anime before this, and like they had like a lot of robots, like two of Eggman's like lackey guys, who I don't think we saw much of these episodes, but I think their names are Boku and Deku or something. They are like straight up lifted from like some robot designs from one of their previous shows.
So they just want to be making mechs, and they should.
Yeah.
Give Tails a mech.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking about season 3, which is like
What?
a sci-fi space opera and is ultimately the ultimate goal of Sonic X.
I actually knew this. For some reason, I mean the biggest part I remember, like I didn't see this part of the show, but I saw like a clip of it where like Shadow and Rouge are just like in a bar somewhere in space, like with a bunch of aliens around them, and I'm like,
Yo, that rules.
they're like each other's wingman, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Chris still around?
Chris
I
is still
think he
around,
is, yes.
so
Who let that boy go in space?
I think it was an
So-
accident. I believe it was an accident.
yeah. Also, I think like part of it is, well, I don't want to reveal it. It's too wild to go into.
Yeah, well now I'm
Sonic
hooked.
X season 3 is fucking insane, and I love it.
It's like season 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
I hope it's a little bit more enrapturing. I just didn't feel it with these episodes.
Yeah.
I hope it's about 200% less racist.
I don't think Ella or Mr. Shanaka are in it, so probably.
Yeah, but you know how sci-fi writers be with alien
yeah,
races.
you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shaking hands meme, fantasy writers, sci-fi writers making weird fake racists to be racist against.
Being so damn racist for no reason.
So that wraps up our questions, so let's roll for next week. Pop open. That is a 7. Oh no.
No.
We're out of the frying pan and into the fire. Next week, Sonic Underground.
I was just talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
All
having
right.
words about that grown man marrying that child.
God, yeah. Jesus. Okay, let's take it to a close. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places, and you can find all those places at linktr.ee/Mike_Dawson with a 0.
Wait, isn't it Bigger Challenge?
Wait, fuck.
You rebranded.
Yeah, at linktr.ee/big_challenges. From there, you can find my Twitter. You can find Pot of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. We are making our way through GX. We're actually probably going to be done with GX next month. So look forward to that. You can listen to Stranger's Fiction, an actual play podcast focused on one-shots. We are in the process of uploading all of our episodes of our interstitial AP we did. Worked on that for quite some time. The first episode's up, though maybe by the time you hear this, the second episode will be up. It's supposed to update every 2 weeks. And last but not least, you can visit at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. And so today, the day of this recording, April 8th, is Margaret Thatcher Death Day. However, to hop ahead a week, let's see, I think the closest thing to... Well, there's 2 things that'll be worth bringing up. Well, technically 3, because stuff falls on the same day. On Sunday, April 18th, which should hopefully be the day after this goes up, it'll be the Cheat's birthday. It'll be Cheat Day. And earlier on oh fuck. Also, Tuesday's gonna be 420. Or the Tuesday after this goes up will be 420. Gotta remember that.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. And also by the time you hear this, it will have been Homestuck Day and Neil Banging Out the Tunes Day.
Hell yeah. A lot coming up in April.
Let's see. Okay. Morg, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Haunting the Morgue. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcast, Departure Lounge, a Hunter x Hunter watched for the first time in my case podcast. It will be your favorite airplane theme Hunter x Hunter podcast. And yeah. Devin, where can we find you?
You can find me also on a Hunter x Hunter themed podcast called Going Well Hunting, where our theme is just being unhinged all the time and assigning characters personas. And you can find that at Going Well Hunting on Twitter, and find me at Groove and Ghastly on Twitter. That's it.
Yep. And as always, Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
Sonic's the only blue life that matters.
The only one.
Alright. Good night.
Good night.